Meet Tom. Tom is a 22-year-old young man that started up his business 7 years ago. Tom has always liked cooking, and more specifically making ice cream. He wanted to do something with his passion, therefore founding Heaven Ice Cream when he was 15 years old. Throughout the process of starting up his business, he has had a lot of different experiences and tried out several ideas. So, one might have several questions about Tom, such as, what is it that makes Tom an entrepreneur? And what kind of concepts about entrepreneurship are applicable to him? Well, to answer the first question, what is it that makes Tom an entrepreneur, we have to define what an entrepreneur is. Carland, Hoy, Bolton, and Carland define an entrepreneur as an individual founding a business mostly for profit and growth, and being characterized by innovative behavior and strategic management practices. Further, they define a small business owner as someone that creates a business principally to achieve personal goals, with the business being the main source of income, the main source of time spending, and an extension of one's personality. Relating this to Tom's story, one might say aspects of both definitions are applicable. However, although Heaven Ice Cream is Tom's main source of income and also an extension of his personality, he should definitely be regarded as an entrepreneur. He manages his business always looking for opportunities for profit and expansion, and he comes up with innovative ideas based on strategic practices. An example that captures all of these aspects is his idea of ice cream coins. Trying to look for profit opportunities, he came up with these coins. They can be bought in a bag of 11 for 10 euros. And these are very useful for children or to buy as a birthday gift. Tom stated that the coins also increased customer loyalty as they were bought in bags of 11, making sure customers will return. The process Tom went through is what Mills would call a process of becoming strategic rather than acting out of innate strategic ability. Tom did not have a preemptive strategic plan, but acted based on the opportunity that presented itself at that moment in time, taking into account the resources he disposed of. To answer our second question, what kind of concepts about entrepreneurship are applicable to Tom, we will first define several of such concepts and then relating those to Tom's story. First, Mill and Paulson define a framework in which they distinguished 4 different narrator styles that might be applicable to entrepreneurs telling their story. What is remarkable about Tom's story is that it is very difficult attributing Tom to one specific narrator style. He definitely did not belong to the epic saga style, in which the person represents oneself as a hero or heroine. Tom, however, did have elements of the 3 other styles. First, his passion has always been a drive to start and sustain a business, since he loves doing what he does. This makes him somewhat belong to the quest for creative expression narrator style. Second, since Tom stated he never really experienced any risk that much, or at least had a perception of relatively low risk, it also shows some aspects of the evolutionary tale style. Lastly, and probably the style Tom adhered to the most, was the adventure story style. He drives his business forward, discovering and learning new things, with a strong sense of positive anticipation. Tom is a very positive person, willing to take on risks and learn from his experiences, including failures. As an example, Tom bought an electric bicycle second-hand 2 years ago, hoping he could use it to deliver ice cream to surrounding villages, therefore increasing his delivery radius. The project, however, completely failed as the bike that already malfunctioned after 1 week. He spent a lot of precious time and resources, especially since it was high season. Tom, however, learned from his mistake, stating that such experiences are part of being an entrepreneur and that he would more thoroughly investigate his options and possible consequences next time he would try out a new initiative. The next concept is based on Davidson's reconceptualization of entrepreneurial opportunities and the entrepreneurship nexus. He uses 3 different constructs that can be used to facilitate future theorizing and empirically testing of the entrepreneurship field, one of which is called opportunity confidence. Opportunity confidence refers to a person's evaluation of a stimulus that may be relevant to the creation of new economic activity. The person then takes action depending on whether he or she is confident that what they see is a real opportunity. In the case of Tom, he evaluated his options when he was 15 years old, either working in a supermarket or starting up his own business. He deemed starting up a business to be more worthy of his time, seeing an opportunity to combine his passion and make some money at the same time. The last concepts we relate to Tom's story are causation and effectuation. Causation is defined by Saraswati as a process that takes a particular effect as given and focuses on selecting means to create that effect. Effectuation, on the other hand, is defined as a process that takes a set of means as given and focuses on selecting between possible effects that can be created with that set of means. As Saraswati mentions in her 2001 research, causation and effectuation are integral parts of human reasoning that can occur simultaneously. They can overlap and intertwine over different contexts and actions, which was exactly the case with Tom. In a way, Tom evaluated his resources before starting up his business, only to judge the startup to be a better idea than working in a supermarket, therefore using the resources he disposed of, such as his savings and his parents, to found a business. On the other hand, Tom, aiming to increase his delivery radius, which is the effect, bought an electric bike, which is the means, trying to achieve this effect. It is thus clear that Tom uses both concepts of effectuation and causation in his business practice. Concluding this video about Tom's entrepreneurial experiences, we summarize the different questions we have answered. First of all, we introduced Tom as a young and lively individual, considering him to be an entrepreneur by comparing the definition of entrepreneurs and small business owners. Second, we related several concepts in the entrepreneur field to Tom's experiences. We showed that Tom had an overlap between three different narrator styles: the adventure story, the quest for creative expression, and the evolutionary tale. Moreover, we explained how Tom used the concept of opportunity confidence to evaluate his options, resulting in him starting up a business. Finally, we touched upon the concepts of causation and effectuation, showing how these have been part of Tom's decision-making processes. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you gained some insight in Tom's story and the related entrepreneurial concepts. Thank you very much for your attention.